Hey everybody, and welcome to Summerville, South Carolina, where it's summertime all the time. Well, maybe not all the time. It's the end of December, beginning of January. We've got New Year's coming up tomorrow, I believe. It's a little bit of a breezy, cool day at about 50 degrees. So come with me and let's walk around the property and I'll show you what we've got going on here. So right here we have our table scraps and our general compost pile. It's where we drop our tea bags, our lettuce and tomatoes and anything that's natural that we want to go ahead and compost. We drop it right here. It's real easy, right out the back door. Bam, right there. Next to that we have some Thai black bananas, a couple of them, and I'm trying to propagate the pups out just a little bit. And as you can see down here, we got a few pups going. Those will get transplanted out to spread it all out a bit. In between all the bananas, as we try and keep everything categorized, I'm trying to lay out everything in a nice fashion with a good mixture of things. So we've got some lemongrass, some taro root. No, that's the turmeric. There's some taro root that goes in here. Taro is what makes the elephant ears that you like. So in between all the bananas, where we have the lemongrass, taro back there, turmeric up here, there's some ginger planted throughout here and some heliconia. It's the false bird of paradise. It's really pretty, some orange flowers. Next to the black ties, come back over here. Next to the black ties, these are manzano bananas or apple bananas, depending on what you prefer to call them. Nice big variety. Then we've got the lemongrass again, some taro and turmeric and other gingers and things. And then we've got the ice cream or the blue Java bananas. There's a nice stand of a few here with some more of the lemongrass and taro and turmeric. And these are going to be the Saba bananas. Those are your cooking variety. They make really good banana chips. There's 4 of everything in there, and then we've got some awapui ginger. And after our Saba bananas, there's some more. This is a nice pile of it right here. This is one of the first ones I was growing of the taro root. Ooh, that's kind of gross. And more of the turmeric. I like to keep that fresh, and it stays fresh in ground all winter long. Some more of the awapui ginger. This area right here, this is going to become a nice shaded relaxation area. Maybe get a bench, some pretty flowers. There's some lotus ginger on either side of this area here. It'll be really nice once that pops up in the spring. And following on over here, we've got some feijoa bushes, also known as pineapple guavas, but I don't like to call them pineapple guavas because they're not a guava. So these are feijoa bushes. We've got 4 of those right here. And this one right here gets the most direct sunlight, so it's gonna be the biggest one, and it produced, I don't know, a few hundred of little feijoa fruits this past fall. And over here, you've got more of a maintenance area. We've got another bigger compost pile here where there's our grass clippings and any extra wood chips, fallen leaves, pumpkins apparently. So I am sure we'll be growing pumpkins next year. And we've got, different carts and aerators and things of that nature. This is the lovely axe throwing target. If you ever need to get some stress out, axe throwing. And down here, you got the horseshoe. Eventually this will get built out into a horseshoe pit, and the axe throwing target will go up closer to the tree just to make it a bit more pretty, I guess. And moving on over here to this side of the yard, there are 6 stands of ice cream bananas. The turmeric over here is a little bit smaller. I'm not sure why it didn't grow very well this year, but it did not. More turmeric and ginger and taro in here. I'm not sure if you can see those nice little mounds here of the taro, and it's growing real well. Some future plantings that we've got coming up. So this is an Indian sweet lime. It's very similar to a Persian lime, or some people say it's the same thing, and it has thorns. Yeah, just got me. And this little guy right here, come in close. There's still one Calamandan orange sitting right here. I absolutely love giving these things to other people because it smells just like an orange. but when you bite into it, it is the most sour of oranges that you have ever tasted. Think of like those Sour Patch Kids, like those really sour candies, times 10. Just horribly sour. But the peel is sweet, really weird. Love that thing. And we've got a few plantings of them going. At the end of the video, I'll show you the plantings that we're doing, and that's another upcoming video that we've got. Over here, we have 4 different varieties of blueberries. In the background right here, I've got a persimmon, a Fuyu persimmon tree. And this one I just planted here as a placeholder because it was a good deal. I got it. That's not where I want it to go, so we're gonna be transplanting that, and I'll be showing how to transplant a tree again in a future video. And here we have more of the Thai black bananas. And if you see here, ooh, come in real close. Still teeming with life. Check out that spider right there. Got a nice little black spider. Don't bite me. Right there. That's a, looks like a jumping wolf spider. That's really cool. So, still hasn't gotten quite cold enough to completely make the bananas go dormant, so we still have some green on those. And I'll be showing in future videos how to get those ready for the spring here in a couple months. This area here is going to be a blank space because if you look way down over here, we'll get to it, there's a Rajapuri banana way down there at the end. And once we get 4 of the black ties over here, we'll get some Rajapuris, some the Manzano or apple bananas right here. And as we move down, then there's more of these Saba bananas. There's gonna be 4, 4, 4, 4, 4 going all the way down. And in the middle, there'll be the lemongrass and taro, turmeric, ginger, all sorts of good vegetables and things growing through here eventually. And as you'll notice, I'm walking on a ton of wood chips. These we got from a service called Chip Drop. It's an arbor service. I'll let you look it up. There's gonna be a link down in the description that'll show you how you can get free or very low cost wood chips if you do want to donate a little bit of money to them. Our next tree here is going to be a Sanguinelli orange tree. Here, come in a little bit closer. It does have some very small thorns on it, and as you can see, because of our sub 30 temperatures that's happened a couple times, it's dropped a lot of its leaves, and it tried to bud out right here. I'm not sure if you can see that. May need to come in a little closer. It's tried to bud out just a little bit. And those died off when it dropped to about 24. Oops, it just fell off. Anyway, so this will eventually it'll leaf out in the spring. Don't need to worry about it at all. This is fine, it's healthy. It's still got good green growth and a few leaves are still hanging on. This is an American beautyberry bush, or it will be once it gets done being sticks. Here we have the, let me think. This is the Owari Satsuma tangerine tree. So this is a really, really good tangerine tree. I love these. These are very similar to those little cuties that you'll get in the grocery store sometimes that are super easy to peel, nice, sweet, juicy oranges. Really like these oranges. Really looking forward to those. This is a little baby azalea bush. It was on a discount rack and we've kind of nursed it back to health a little bit and it's doing pretty good. Got a nice little bit of growth right there. This is the Rajapuri banana that, again, this is gonna have to get moved and we're gonna get some other fruit or berry bushes to come in and fill in this space, maybe a different citrus tree or something. And that will get moved down to the other, down towards the middle with the other bananas. So we got our little banana grove going. And this is a Camellia japonica. This is the tea plant. So eventually, once this thing gets nice and big, be able to pull off a few leaves from it, dry them, grind them, and make some fresh tea. Over here, we have a nice big blank space where there is nothing growing yet. And right here where Hailey's walking through, my cameraman right here, you're gonna see these on this nice, pretty Zeon zoysia grass, these little clusters of pine cones. This is where we're gonna be getting future fruit trees and getting those planted out. I believe there's going to be another Fuyu persimmon going right here. Next to it is going to be the methyl plum and a Georgia, let me think, Georgia bell peach right here. In the center area here, as she kind of pans around the center area as I'm walking through it, there's going to be some apricots, some limes, some moro oranges, caracara oranges. We're going to get some apricots and just kind of fill this area in. And you're probably wondering, why would I do that to this awesome patch of Zeon zoysia grass? Well, this used to be a garden space like 2 owners ago. Previous owners to us let this grow into a wax myrtle forest of the sorts. It was mangly, nasty, ugh. And so I got it all chopped down by hand, dug out all the roots, and cleared this whole area, and just got the Zeon zoysia because that's what I wanted. Well, here shortly, we're going to be plugging 3-inch squares out of this entire 500 or 600 square foot section and transplanting them to the other side of the yard over here. And as you can see, there's some bricks laid out right here in a little outline. Eventually, this area over here is going to be the edge of the grass. And from this line going back all the way to the fence is going to be wood chips, the whole thing. And it's just gonna get planted out as a big old food forest. We're gonna have all kinds of fruits and berries. We're gonna get a trellis right here for some like some beans and peas and other great vegetables. There will be a vegetable plot over here to my right, your left, and do some other flowers and things to attract some pollinators over here on this side of the yard. And as you walk with me back this direction, here we've got another Fuyu persimmon tree here. This is going to be the Florida King peach right here. And this is going to be a Bruce plum. I tried to get as many varieties and different trees to kind of cross-pollinate each other as best as possible. And this area here is going to be more of a shade garden. We're going to get some more bird, bass, and feeders and other wildlife attractants, and try to, as best we can, fill this area in with shade-loving plants, because as you can see, it's kind of cold and very shadowy right here, right now. The house shadows this whole area, so even in the morning time, the fence, this direction is east, that direction is west, so when the sun comes up, the neighbor's house over here, the fence, our house, it never really gets a whole lot of sun, if any, over here. And as we're continuing the tour along, this side of the house over here is filled with a variety of different canna plants. And there's some dark greens and reds, along with some bright green leaves for the foliage. And the flowers, we got the yellow ones, the speckledy ones, the Picasso kind, some just regular red presidentes, and some really dark, I don't know what they're called, but they're really deep, dark flower, really pretty. It attracts a lot of hummingbirds and other pollinators. But this area right here, we're going to turn into more of a flower garden to attract those pollinators. And as you can see from this path that's kind of outlined right here, this is going to be all wood chipped in, and might put another little trellis over right here to grow something crazy on, maybe some like just clematis or other flowers, just something to help attract those pollinators. And another wild idea that we've been kind of kicking around the family is on this trellis here that's going to be 8 feet wide and 8 feet tall. It needs to be that high and tall so that we can get all the wood chips in with the trailer. But since it's going to be such a large area of a trellis, we're thinking maybe try to grow some hardy kiwi vines. You know, those fuzzy little fruits that you like to cut in half. They're green and they're just so delicious. We're going to try and get us some kiwis to grow here in South Carolina. And if you're not familiar with where Summerville, South Carolina is, we are in right at the edge of Zone 8B and 9A. We are just north of North Charleston, which is then just north of Charleston, South Carolina. So you know exactly where we are-ish. It's a nice little pocket of warm weather, because even to the south of us, going down the coast, they are firmly in 8A and B there. So we just got this nice little bit of warm weather patch right here, so we can grow a lot of tropicals that aren't normally grown this far north. And that's kind of what I'm going to be trying to do here in this plot of land, this little backyard, is seeing how many tropical plants I can get to grow and make it seem as, well, as pretty as possible. So stick around, make sure you like and subscribe, and follow us up with all of our future videos that we're going to be going around the yard, doing a ton of work, and hopefully learning a lot in the process. Hope to see you soon.